This is Michael with the Vision Experience, and in this video we're going to go over all of the individual components and operation of our new multimedia audio-video workstation to give you a really quick and easy, simple video manual to get you started with your new system. Now what we've done here is we've taken off the top and the front sections, and we kind of pre-powered everything up now just to kind of save a little bit of time for the video. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to push out the projector shelf, and if you're doing an event here with maybe a 10-pound projector or whatever, that is great for a lot of screen sizes. You can just put the projector right there on top of the shelf. Otherwise, you just place the projector to the side or on a separate stand, and then that's a great shelf for all your accessories and things. Now, the next thing you're going to do is we've got the cable right here. This is for your wireless microphone. So if you're not using your wireless mic, you don't even have to plug that in. Just make sure that your wireless mic volume right here is turned down all the way. But other than that, once you fold out the shelf, you just plug that right in there, and then to make that shelf come down at the end of the vent, you just unplug that and set it to the side, and your wireless mic is all set up and ready to go. Next, you've got your monitor here, and the monitor here, it just folds straight up. There's a little tab right here. You just tighten this up and your monitor's all set to go. Then coming down here, your wireless mic has the two antennas right here. You can just put them up. And then below that, you've got your power conditioner. Now this right here is your master power switch. You turn that on and everything powers up 100%. Just one button, everything goes. If you turn off your components individually, then you'll just go through. Here's your power for your preamp. Here's the power for the projector switcher. You've got your DVD power, etc., etc. So you would just power them on individually. And just if you're going to leave your power on, just remember to keep your volume levels on your preamp turned down all the way so you don't get a loud pop or potentially even damage your speakers. Now we're going to pull out the two lights here that are part of your power conditioner right here. There's a light switch to turn the power on or off with a dimmer on it, and that's great because you get light right onto your two DVD bays. And then you turn on your two DVDs and get them powered up, and you're set to go. And then you've got the rack, or you've got the two space drawer here that you can hold all your remotes and accessories and wireless mic and everything, which is just fantastic. So now the system is all set up. Now the system separates the audio and the video. So you can have separate individual control of your video and audio, which is just a great flexible feature. So we're going to start with the video. So right now, if you look here, we've got a projector switcher. Now the projector switcher is a four-way switcher, and it gives you DVD 1, DVD 2, outside device 1, and outside device 2. And you can push this button right here and you just scroll through the four inputs. It also comes with a remote. You just hit the button 1, 2, 3, 4, and that'll take you right to that channel, and you'll get the image right on the projector. And the projector is connected with a pre-wired HDMI output on the side of the case. So just simply one cable from there to your projector, and your video is all set up and ready to go. Now one note about this, because these are all HDMI high definition signals, when you do your switch from one channel to the next, there's that handshake that happens. So you're going to have about a 4 or 5 second delay between channel to channel. Not a big deal, but just want you to be aware of that. There are switchers that are available that'll give you instantaneous switching if you want that. But this is generally just fine and perfect for everybody, and keeps everything within budget. Next thing we have now is, if you look at your DVD 1 here, you've got your DVD 2 down here. So once again, those correspond with DVD 1, DVD 2. Now the outside devices, 3 and 4, are here on the side of the workstation. And right here you'll see we've got two HDMI inputs already plugged, set up on the side of the workstation. So all you need to do is you can plug in anything you want. Another DVD player, a laptop, live camera, iPad, it doesn't matter. Just plug them right into there, and then to integrate them into your system, you just go through this projector switcher, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can control all of those devices independently, it's just really fantastic to be able to do that. Now for the monitor here, you've got your monitor switcher right here. And what this allows you to do is just to go back and forth between DVD 1 and DVD 2. So on the monitor there now, You can see that right now we're watching DVD 1, and then you just hit the switch that'll go back and forth between DVD 1 and DVD 2. And the switching here is independent of the switching for the projector. So that you can view the images and queue up one DVD in the monitor, and it doesn't affect the other one projecting. So that just gives you great flexibility when you want to have one DVD playing and queue up the next one and go back and forth that way. So it's just a wonderful feature. And that's it for the video. All these wonderful video features, that simple, that easy, that wonderful. Now for the audio, as we mentioned, all the audio is going to run on a separate path. So we've got the preamp here, and we'll just start right here. So this is where you plugged in your wireless mic, and this first volume control is your master volume control for your wireless mic. Down here, you've got the wireless mic right here. So you're going to have your individual wireless mic volume right here, and you turn that up fairly hot, maybe 50 to 70%. That just helps the signal to noise ratio on most of these wireless mic units. And then you can control your master volume for your mic right here. So you just turn that up probably a little bit less than you usually would, and you'll get a wonderful, wonderful microphone image and sound. And that's all there is to that. Next, going over the preamp here, you've got your typical mid-treble bass for everything, and then you've got your balance right and left for your speakers. This next section right here is an echo section, which is kind of cool. If you want to add some echo to sweeten up your microphone sound, you can definitely do that. And then you see here you've got a mic and a line press. So if you want to go with the mic, you use that selection. If you go with the line, this would add echo to your DVDs or anything that you're sending in through the outside devices. That's pretty cool. And it all just depends on what audio output you're using here. If you're not using the echo unit, make sure you keep that volume down, or that'll add a little bit of noise to your sound. And then here we've got basic features. You've got mono, pad, loudness, those kinds of things. You can do a USB and an SD card for other features if you have reason to use that for your audio source. And now here's your master volume for everything. And the microphone master volume is independent of your master volume, which is great. So you don't have to worry about presetting the volume for your sounds or your speakers or whatever, and then do your microphone. You can just bring your microphone up and down as you need it, or independently from the master volume. Now over here, you'll see we've got this first switch is a mode switch. And if you see here, this will scroll through your different options. So right now, you can see it's on DVD 1. I hit it again, it goes to DVD 2. Now, if you want to hear outside source 1, which is the very first connection, you push this button. Now you're getting outside 1. Now, outside 2, you hit mode, and there's outside 2. And so that's it. So you can scroll through hearing any individual DVD player or the outside devices that are plugged into it. Now that's all done separate and independent of the video. So maybe you're doing a video montage, or you're doing logos or sponsors on a DVD or through a laptop or something, and you want your sound or music to be separate. Well, then you can just have one channel here and run your audio separate, and then choose whatever video channel you're going to use for the video. And that just makes it great. Or maybe you've got your DVDs all queued up and ready for your event, and you just want to take your money out of or your music out of your smartphone or a laptop or something. You can just plug that in separately, and it just gives you flexibility for all the different types of things that you may see as you do your event. So just fantastic. Everything's pre-wired, easy, simple, and ready to go. Now on the outside devices here, one thing I want to make about plugging in your outside devices. As you can see now, you could plug in a couple of HDMI, a couple different inputs for your audio. You want to plug all these in your HDMI inputs in advance of your event beginning, if you can. The reason is, if you unplug these or plug these in, it's going to cause that HDMI handshake as it gets synced up to your switchers and connections. So if you have a movie or something on the screen and you plug or unplug these, you're going to get that 4 or 5 second delay. You might have to reset that button real quickly. Not a big deal, but you can avoid it really simply just by plugging everything in advance, and then you're all set. You don't ever have to worry about that. Now, as I mentioned, the audio is separate. So if you've got a device that has an HDMI output, like many DVD players and devices do, and they don't have an analog output, we include this special HDMI converter box. What this does is you're going to plug your HDMI source into one side. On the other side of the box, you take the HDMI cable, which we also include, and that'll go to the side of the workstation. And then it splits the audio off the HDMI, and that will plug right into the inputs on the side of the workstation. So that way, this DVD player right here is going through this box, and we're getting the outside video one right here on this selector to see it in the image, and then it's on outside audio one right here, which we mentioned. You just plug this button right here, and you'll get your outside audio. So that's all you need to do for your outside devices if they're an HDMI and they also don't have the analog output. And that'll work for any device, whether it be a laptop or anything, because just everything has an HDMI or a converter for that. Now this audio down here, outside audio 2, that is a Phono Preamp input. So that's a hot input. So if you've got a turntable or even a microphone or some devices that need that extra preamp, you just plug it right in there and you can add the turntable or those things to part of your event, which is really great. If you put a regular audio input into that, because it is preamped, it will probably sound distorted, so you won't be able to use that for everything. But it was available, so we plugged it and put it right on the side of the case. You have it there waiting and ready for you whenever you need it. And so for the audio, that is it. How great and simple is that? Giving you complete flexibility of all the different inputs that you can use separately from the video. Now on this side, we've got our audio outputs. We have pre-wired 2 XLR outputs right here. And we also have 2 more sets of RCA outputs. For instance, you might want to connect to an FM wireless transmitter, or you have another amplifier that you want to use for your sound or recording or whatever. So it's all set, pre-wired, ready to go. They're all just ready, available whenever you need them. Also, DVD 1 and DVD 2 both have built-in Wi-Fi. And there are a lot of internet features with all the DVD players now, and they keep getting more and more extensive. You may choose to use them, or you might you get those same features from a laptop or an iPad that you're going to use instead. Nevertheless, we went ahead and pre-wired the 2 direct LAN internet cable connections here. So if you are doing an event and you're going to stream some of the DVD services, you might want to do a hardwired connection. You'll get probably a faster speed than the Wi-Fi if it's available to you at your event. Otherwise, you can just use the built-in Wi-Fis, but they're available to you, and they're just another great feature of this system. And that's it for the audio and the video. Your power right here, you have a built-in plate right here. You just lift up the lid, cable plugs in right there on the side, and you're all powered up and ready to go. One last thing I'll show you on this event is the power conditioner here that controls all of the power. You just turn this on, and everything's powered up 100%. If you have another device or an outside device, there is a plug right here in the front. And we also have, on many of our systems, here's one particular one, we also include a surge protector power right here in the back of the unit. And that's turned on right there, and you just leave it on. You never have to turn that on and off between events. My point is, you've got maybe an extra outlet right here if you ever needed it, for your event. And depending on if we're building a custom workstation for you that's something a little bit different than this, some people will actually ask us to put an extra strip right back there, and then you can just plug in extra cables there if you need them. So VXP's multimedia audio video workstations are the finest anywhere. We build the cables custom here in our workshop, and everything is done with the utmost quality and care and performance. And they have features that are second to none. And they're available now at thevisionexperience.com.